Yo, what's the vibe? RasLunacy is about high-minded teachings to and from I and I. So just go and take in what me I say. Respect. Yo, what's the vibe? So I have a confession to make. Today is Friday, and I haven't worked out since the last video you saw on Monday when I did chest day. There's a number of reasons for that. One is a slight lower back injury. It might not even be an injury, maybe just a strain of sorts, maybe just a matter of my deload week came a bit earlier than expected or something of the sort. But I have felt this way before, and I know generally speaking throughout my lifting career, this is the time when I often, it's not just about, it's about getting to a point where you're satisfied even though you haven't achieved your final goal. You're satisfied with what you've achieved, and it becomes quick to get demotivated. And one of the main reasons why I set the 100 kg bench press goal is because physically I don't feel any way about myself in terms of I'm fine with how I look. It's a bit windy. I hope you guys can hear me. Hopefully it's using these, otherwise shit. But anyways, we have to use these things as opportunities. So for the next month we're gonna stop going to the gym. What? But we're not gonna stop the 100 kg bench press series. We're gonna switch to calisthenics, and it gives me an idea today where I'm going to give you guys some ideas on how to do home workouts. So let me stop dilly-dallying, let's get into it. So we're going to first start off by basically dividing up three segments of lifters when it comes to this bodyweight training thing. We're going to be talking about beginners, intermediate, and experts. The beginners are anyone who struggle to get to 10 push-ups, struggle to do 2 clean pull-ups, and struggle to get to 50 bodyweight squats. And an intermediate is going to be anyone that can do anywhere between 10 and 40 push-ups, 2 and 15 pull-ups, and 50 to 100 bodyweight squats, which means the majority of people are going to fall in the intermediate category, which is good because it means most people are going to be doing generally the same things. And the pros are for people who, or the experts are for anyone who can do more than 50 push-ups with these, more than 15 pull-ups with these, more than 100 bodyweight squats, or maybe you can even do 10 pistol squats on each leg. And we'll go over what it means to do pistol squats while I just do more of my core work. So also I'm not gonna talk about core, but guys, do not skip your core work. So first thing, let's talk about back day, because everyone likes to have a big back. So anything that has to do with pulling has to do with back, and you can see based on the angle of which I am pulling, you can make the body weight row, which is what I'm doing at the moment, harder or easier based on how difficult it is. So the two main beginner back workouts that you're going to focus on are going to be bodyweight rows and pull-up progressions. You can't do pull-ups yet, so you have to do pull-up progressions. These are going to be banded pull-ups, pull-ups with your friend holding your feet. These are going to be negatives. These are going to be all types of pull-ups that are easier. If you're in the gym, this could be even assisted pull-ups. Now, when we talk about the intermediate back workouts, we're going to come to the classic pull-up, as you can see me doing right here. The classic pull-up. Also, one of the beginner ones is what this lady is about to do, which I forgot to mention, which is called a dead hang. But that's more of a stretch than it is a workout. But anyways, so the standard pull-up is going to be your bread and butter when it comes to being an intermediate lifter in bodyweight training, trying to get a big back. And other than your pull-ups, you're going to have your front lever progressions, which will work lots as well. Now, your front lever progressions can come in the form of front lever tucks, or they can come in the form of front lever presses, is what I like to call them, which is basically when you go into the front lever position for a second and come back down. You basically try to control it. Now, it's basically this is me trying it here, and it's essentially meant to mimic a pull over, which if you do a bit of gym work, you know that works the lats, which is what gets you a very wide Dorito looking back. So this is what a pull over looks like. That's what the pull over in the gym looks like. So those are basically going to be your back trainings, and then once you get to pro, you just basically do front levers and front and that's basically your new stuff, and weighted pull-ups and stuff. So let's get into chest. For chest and shoulders, the beginner stuff is going to be lady push-ups, which you can see me doing here. Lady push-ups are very, very good because they train basically essentially what you need for the standard push-up, which we'll talk about for the intermediate soon. Other than that, you can do angled push-ups because based on the angle, just like with the back, you can make the body weight push-up harder or easier based on the angle. So at the top it was easier, and now you see me go to a lower bar, it's harder. And you can keep changing the angle right up until you can just do normal push-ups, and then in the end, until you can actually control your whole body weight, you can start doing dips. Dips work a lot more triceps than they do chest, but they do have a bit of chest activation as well. So dips are more of an intermediate exercise. So let's talk about the intermediate exercises. So other than the dip, we will have the normal standard push-up. However, my folk in the intermediate, as I said, a lot of us fall in there, and the guys who can do 40 push-ups are not the same guys that can do 10 push-ups. So there's going to be other versions of the push-up to make it harder. So other than the standard push-up here, I'm going to demonstrate harder versions. So this is called a pseudo planche push-up here, and it's good because it works on the shoulders and it helps in terms of training the planche. So these are now archer push-ups, which now make it one side emphasis, making it more hard on each side, and this can help train to do your one-handed push-ups as I'm showing now. So the archer push-ups will help train to the one-handed push-ups, and the pseudo planche push-ups will help train to the planche. So all of these things, as you'll come to find, are all progressive moves until you can basically do the skills, which are basically the pinnacle of bodyweight training or calisthenics. This is me trying a planche tuck, which is the whole idea of the planche is to have your feet straight. So you'll see the planche tuck is when your feet are bent, which is, you can try yourself right now in your living room or wherever. It's not as easy as it looks. And by the way, it's straight hands and your arms aren't under your body or anything. It's just straight arms. So that's basically the push-up, the chest and shoulder stuff. You can do handstands as well, and I'm just demonstrating some pistol squats. You can hold on to the bar beside you if you want to do assisted pistol squats, or as I said, you can just do normal bodyweight squats. There's not much to talk about with the legs. If you really want to grow your legs, squats, jumping squats, do some sprints, do some hill sprints, you'll get big. So I'm just practicing some handstands now, whatever the case may be, but essentially this is all you need to do. That's all the work exercises you'll need from beginner to intermediate to build a program to get you bolo. And what you're going to want is to make a program with one type or two types of exercise that gets you to around 10 to 20 reps for about 3 sets. And that is how you will end up making a full workout program that has the volume necessary. But that's been RasLunacy signing out.
Start tripping, now I'm blue. Mega man, I can't win for losing, cause I got too many haters, man. Used to be the paper boy, grew up now I'm Mega man.